Hello, good morning, and welcome to your Quickie. Today we're going to warm up, we're going to stretch out, and we're going to try a Skandasana sequence. It's a lot of fun, it's pretty challenging. Give it a shot. Here we go. Finding your comfortable seat. Let the eyes fall closed and start to pull the awareness in. Starting to shake off the day so far, making that mental and energetic transition from whatever's been going on to time on your mat, forgetting about anything that might be on the agenda for later. For these next, you know me, I tend to go over my time. I'll try and keep it to 15, 20. It's just us. It's just right here and right now. Letting shoulders soften down away from ears, shoulder blades slide down the back. Imagining that little thread connected to the crown of the head, sitting you up just that little bit taller than usual. Starting to notice breath. Not controlling, but just acknowledging, just noticing how you're arriving today. Finding softness in the rib cage and let the diaphragm drop. Creating a nice big pocket for big, deep belly breaths. For this next minute or so, we're just going to breathe. When the mind starts to wander, bring it back to the sensation of breath. All right, taking the biggest, deepest breath of the day, filling that whole belly space, the whole chest space. Then through the mouth with a sigh, exhale completely. And inhale the arms out and up, palms to touch. Exhaling down through heart center. You can always bring the arms just straight out in front if out and up isn't good for you. Inhaling the arms up, palms to touch. Exhaling down through heart center. Okay, we're going to speed it up a little bit. Inhaling out and up. This time, interlace fingers, flip palms, press. Big inhale. On the exhale, tip the rib cage right. Inhaling back center. Exhale, rib cage left. Inhale back center, dropping the right arm down. Exhale. See how deep your body wants to go. Don't force it. Now the Skandasana sequence that we're working up to, it's pretty tricky, pretty challenging. It takes quite a bit of control, quite a bit of flexibility. So in your warm-up and stretching this morning, give it what you can. Stay safe, but do your best to be stretched out and warmed up within the next few minutes before we get into that sequence. Engage the core. Inhale, come up, and exhale over to the left. Good. Engage the core. Inhale, come up. Exhale those arms down. We'll go for a simple twist. Left hand, right knee, right hand behind. Inhale, tall. Nice tall spine. On the exhale, twisting from the belly, the rib cage, and finally the shoulders. Gazing over that right shoulder if it's comfortable. But really, you never have to really twist the neck hard, right? Just a little goes a long way with the neck. Beautiful, big inhale, engage the core. On the exhale, keep that core engaged, unwind from the top down. Right hand, left knee, left hand behind, inhale, tall, exhale, twist, belly first. And then the ribs, the shoulders, and the gaze. Wonderful, big inhale. Keep that core engaged on the exhale. Unwind from the top down. Headed into our tabletop. Right into cat pose. And cow pose, big inhale. Another cat pose. Exhale. Cow pose, inhale. All right, swinging that torso round and round. Really get that spine loosened up, warmed up today. I mean, I wouldn't call this necessarily an advanced sequence that's coming up, but it's definitely intermediate plus. Switching directions. Wonderful. All right, finding your tabletop, hips over the knees. We're going to walk the arms forward, heart towards the floor for a puppy pose. Now, if you need to be lifted, if you need to be on a blanket, anything like that, go for it. Totally okay. You don't need to be as deep as I am. My chest is on the floor. Some days that happens, some days it doesn't. So listen to your body. Do what feels right for you. Never push beyond what's comfortable. You'll regret it if you do. Good. All right. We're going to come back up to a tabletop. We're going to extend the right arm, press back, left heel, just a little bird dog pose. Find that stability. Start to become aware of your foundation, your hasta bandha, your hand grip. Make sure that your index knuckle is grounded. Good. Bringing the hand and the leg down. Other side, extending left arm, right leg. Just activating the core. Getting the back to wake up a little bit. Wonderful. And set it down. All right. We're headed back into a downward facing dog pose. So we're going to tuck those toes, lift those hips, pedal those heels. You might need to walk back a little bit. Probably will. And take a moment to arrive in your downward facing dog. Pedal heels, shift hips. Whatever feels good here, go for it. All right, we're going to bend those knees, press off, wave. Wave-arangas. Bend those knees, press off, wave. If you have a chance to come to your incredible shoulders presentation, I do it every once in a while. It's really helpful to understand what you need to do to keep your shoulders safe and engaged in chaturanga. So if you haven't attended one yet, take a look on the schedule, see if there is one. I would highly suggest that if you have shoulders, you go to that workshop. All right, looking between the hands, hop or walk, halfway lift. We're going to put a big old bend in those knees as we come into a very safe forward fold. Our first forward fold of the day. So first, what we're doing is we're establishing the hinge in the hips by bringing the belly to the thighs, and then we're slowly working into the hamstrings by starting to just slowly straighten those legs out. Only as much as is comfortable. Maybe a little elephant walk, which is just bending one knee and then moving on to the other. Your pace. We're going to need our hamstrings to be open for our sequence. The more open, the easier it's going to be. All right. Bend in those knees, engage the core. Inhale, rise. Surya Namaskar A, here we go. Sorry, it's not gonna be 15 minutes. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog or cobra, inhale. Hips up and back, exhale. Just getting warm now, looking between the hands, hop or walk, halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Hips up and back. Another. Hop or walk, halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, rise. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Hips up and back. All right. Looking between the hands, hop or walk. Halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. And inhale, rise. Okie dokie. We're going to step wide. Here we go. We're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. So toes are in just a little bit, heels are out just a little bit. We're going to start to come forward. Take your time. If you want to use blocks, do. Otherwise, just take your time coming down. Allow yourself to stretch. Allow your body to open up before you try to go deeper. Don't just sleep through this pose, though. This is important. The more stretch you get in your forward fold here, the easier the sequence is going to be. And the sequence is coming right up. It starts after this forward fold. So get in there. Okie dokie, here we go, Skandasana sequence. We're going to point the left toes a little bit to the left or swing the heel in if that's more comfortable. Coming into Skandasana on the left. We're going to take a moment here. So if you're on your toes, everything's going to be harder. If you're on your left toes, it's going to be a lot harder. So if you can get the heel to the floor, work towards that. If it's just not going to happen, then you got to work with what you're working with. But if it's an option, go for the heel down. Thinking about these toes back, make sure that you're not like this. This happens. You want to be here. Okay. Okay. We're going from Skandasana to Wild Thing, like so. Open it up. Now we're going to transition from our Wild Thing back through Skandasana and into a low lunge. Really open up through the front of that right hip, opening up through the heart. Okay, from here, we're headed into pyramid pose. So we're going to sweep those fingers down as we come up onto the back foot and settle into our pyramid pose. Okay, we're going to go from pyramid into warrior 3, and I want you to really pay attention to what's going on with the low back. So we don't want to start lifting into warrior 3 with a bent back, a rounded lower back. And I know I know for sure in my pyramid pose I have a bit more of a rounded back than I would like to admit, but I do. So when I come forward, I'm going to first bend the knee, establish my spine, and then press up to warrior 3. All right, we're headed to dancer. Put a bend in that back knee. Kick the foot into the hand. Dancer. We're going to go into warrior 3. This time our hands are extended. Beautiful. Coming into that pyramid pose. Beautiful. Low lunge. And back into Skandasana. And we're going to switch sides. Find your Skandasana. Give yourself a second to adjust. Maybe a little adjustment, maybe a big adjustment. It is all fine. Let yourself settle in. Ready? Let's go into our back bend. Sweep it around into our low lunge. Ooh, that's a tight one. Lots of opening through the front of that left hip, through the front body. Think about not letting yourself collapse, but rather be lifted, lengthened, and extended. Good. From here, we're going into pyramid. Sweep those fingers down. We're going to kind of drag that back foot forward a little bit to come into our pyramid. Take a moment. Good. From pyramid, we're headed into that warrior 3. Remember, support that back first, get the low back established. Then from there, press up. Beautiful. Transitioning to dancer. Arms extended, warrior 3. Back to that pyramid pose. Into that beautiful lunge. And back to our Skandasana. Okie dokie. You want to do that one more time? Let's do it. Transitioning to the left, we're going to be a little bit quicker. So not so much time in each pose. We're going to kind of try and get a little bit of a flow going. So here we go. We're going to open up into our wild thing. Sweep it down into our lunge. And then we're going to bring it up into our pyramid. Send it forward to warrior 3. Transition to dancer. Back to warrior 3. Bring it down. Pyramid pose. Into your lunge. Skandasana. Switching sides. Reverse. Find your lunge. Finding pyramid pose. Warrior 3. Finding dancer. Warrior 3. Pyramid pose. Lunge. And back to your Skandasana. Let's come in for a yogi squat. How was that? Did you enjoy that? A little bit hard, pretty cool though. I hope you liked it. All right, we're going to take a moment and breathe. Wonderful. All right. That's it. Well done. Go ahead and find a comfortable seat. We're going to take a minute of pranayama before we go onto our backs for Shavasana. If you are of the mind of keeping the power going and you don't want to balance things out with the pranayama and the Shavasana, feel free to go ahead and go now. It's totally okay. Namaste. But if you want to balance back out before you go back out into the world, join me for the pranayama and the Shavasana. So finding that nice, comfortable seat. Again, letting the eyes fall closed. Let go of any breath control for the moment. Notice the sensations in the body. Just pulling that full awareness back in. All right, a little bit of Nadi Shodhana. So people have different preferences for how they like to do this. Some bend the fingers and like to do it that way. I like to bring the index finger and middle finger to the center of the forehead and then do it this way. And that's because this just stabilizes and it's comfortable. This, it's more like you're holding your arm up the whole time and it starts to get kind of uncomfortable, especially if you do it for a little while. So up to you, your practice, your choice. Here we go. Blocking the right side, we're going to inhale left. Block left, exhale right. Inhale right. Block right, exhale left. Inhale left. Block left, exhale right. Inhale right. Block right, exhale left. Inhale left. Block left, exhale right. Slowing down now. Inhale right. Block right, exhale left. Inhale left. Block left, exhale right. Inhale right. Block right, exhale left. Release the hand, keep the eyes closed, return to a natural, normal breath. Staying in the energy of your Nadi Shodhana practice as you bring yourself to lie on the floor. Bringing the knees in for a squeeze. Big inhale. And on the exhale, drop them to the right. Letting the core go soft. Releasing breath control. Bringing knees back to center. Any transitional movements that you like, give them a squeeze, big inhale. Exhale, drop left. Let it soften. And bringing those knees back to center. Give them a big squeeze, a big inhale. And on the exhale, extend into your Shavasana. Take a moment, let yourself get nice and comfortable. Now softening through the forehead. Relaxing the eyebrows and that little space in between. All of the muscles around the eyes, relax them, let them go. Softening through the temples, the cheeks, letting them melt down towards the ears. Relaxing all of those muscles in the jaw. Let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. With each exhale, feeling your body melting into the floor. With each exhale, feeling yourself falling deeper and deeper into relaxation. For these next few moments, just relax. Starting to bring awareness back to the body, maybe moving fingers, moving toes, maybe bringing arms overhead for that big full body stretch. And when you're ready, rolling onto whichever side is the most comfortable for you, savoring these last moments of relaxation. Then using as little effort as possible, press yourself up to your comfortable seat. Keep the eyes closed or the gaze lowered, trying to keep the energy, the awareness in for just these last few moments. Feeling into the body, notice what's changed. Notice the results of the practice you've just completed. And inhaling the arms out and up, palms to touch, exhaling down through heart center. Inhaling out and up, grabbing a big arm load of healing energy. Exhale, pull it down to heart center. Feel the warmth, see the glow. And the last time, inhaling out and up, palms to touch. Exhaling down to the third eye for the mind, to the heart center, for the body and spirit. Namaste. Thanks so much for joining me for today's Skandasana sequence-based practice. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed putting it together. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. Bye.